So there is an impromptu session that is going to happen because in the Sai Prajnavali, when I was talking to Shirdi Sai Baba, from there I got an indication I should do a read. I ignored it the first time, but the second time I got the same thing after half an hour. So I've come here to do the read. Okay. I will have to repeat some questions that I asked off camera. Are you willing to answer them? First, I want to ask you, are you my sister Varsha Advani? Are you my mom, Mama? Anu Sadrangani? Are you Parpati Sadrangani, Ramchand Sadrangani? Do you speak to my sister? Does my sister hang out with you in the realms? Does my mom, my dadi, my nani, my dada, my dadi, do they hang out with you? They've gone to different realms from you. Upon leaving the body, have they gone to a different realm from you? You all congregate here on earth, I understand, but have they actually earned other realms other than what you have earned? If I can ask you, have you gone to the higher realms on leaving the body? Had you shapeshifted for my father ever at Forge as well? For Mr. Kani Advani, did you ever shapeshift for my dad? Or Mr. Kanyalal Hakumatrai Advani? You did shapeshift for him. My dad is on his way back on earth as a fetus, the one from whom I was created. So he's in a fetus form as of now. Are you happy in the realm where you have gone to? Will you be able to speak to me tomorrow in the morning time? Are you able to communicate in the daylight or in the daytime? This is the best time to speak with you. You wish to talk to me? You wish to communicate something to me? Is it possible for you to tell me which realm you have been sent to? Is it possible for you to tell me which realm you have gone to? Your earnings are what? Atala? Have you earned Atala realm? Have you earned Vitala realm? Have you earned Sutala realm? Tala Tala realm? Rasatal realm? Patal realm? Nark? The Nark realm? The Bhur realm? The Bhuvar realm? The Swarg realm? The Maharloka? The Janaloka? The Tapaloka? The Satyaloka? You are primarily a ghost on earth? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you're primarily a ghost on earth? You're trying to tell me you are primarily a ghost on earth? You have yet to be talked to get the realm? Are you the beast's father? who is being called Nick, Nixie, Nickel, between the three of them, are you the father of one of them? He's 5 feet 5 inches tall, your son. He's known as the beast. Is he responsible for your demise in any way? He's responsible for your demise. Was he dressed as a man when he got rid of you? He was dressed as a woman when he... First and foremost, he's responsible for your demise. Is he responsible for you leaving the body and exiting out of the body? The property that I have, did you purchase it for me? Did you put the money in my name? And the initial investment in Suman Apartments and Suman Towers, is it your investment? Is it your money? The investment belongs to my father, who's on his way back in the fetus on earth. Is it his money? The beast who is your son or daughter, is it true that the beast has a different is it true what was said about your son who has been nicknamed the beast? I don't think he is a beast, but okay, he's been nicknamed the beast for some traits that perhaps he has. Is it true that he has a penis, a vagina, and an anus? Is it true that your son has a penis like a man, a vagina like a woman, and an anus? Okay, do I have a penis, a vagina? Do I have a penis, a vagina, and an anus? Do I have a penis and an anus? Do I have a vagina and an anus? So your son, daughter has a penis, vagina, and an anus. It is between Nick, Nixie, Nickel, the identity. My cousin Nikhil Advani, is he in the human body today? Is he in his physical human body today? Your son is in the physical human body today? Between Nick, Nixie, Nickel, is he in the human body today? Your son was what? A cloning human experiment when he was born? Do you want me to do a Scrabble throw about his birth? You want me to do a short Scrabble throw about his birth? I'll do that right now. So I'll do a small Scrabble throw. Okay, so this is about his son's birth. He's a clone for Nikhil Advani. His father has passed on. His father says that he was responsible for his father's exit out of the body. So let's just see what it says over here. It says Anna GQ LTA or LTE DAK Lee. Okay, so this is what I've got. I'm going to move this over here. It says DAKELTAANAGQLEEI. So let me move it in a place where I can show it better. What I see over here, first is the word An. Anna means brother. Lee is Lee. Kali is Kali. This is one version of Mr. SRK in the movie Dilwale. Anne is apparently, I have a feeling, the girl in Dilwale who was left and taken underground. She was the clone for The movie is Dilwale, and over there Shah Rukh plays two roles. One, he plays a man who is from the underworld of Bulgaria. Then there is another darker version in Goa within the same movie. AG is Akhil Gupta, but it must be the ego. It could be the IQ, it could be the EQ. So let me ask the pendulum if he wants to talk about this person, if this is the person he wishes to talk about. I believe Anne is the girl who was, her real name is Anne. She went on to play Kajol in any way, because apparently the clone of Kajol Mukherjee was pulled out in 1998, the real one, who did not get married to Ajay Devgan. Then she had somebody who stood in for her for all the years. But in Dilwale movie, in that crew, apparently the girl who was shape-shifting for Kajol, which means someone CRISPR to look like Kajol, herself was pulled off during the shoot of Dilwale. And that's what it has repeatedly been saying. And her name is Anne. Or she had some connection with Anne in some way. A girl called Anne. Anne in 1997, 98, 99 had shape-shifted, CRISPR'd as my sister Varsha Advani. She's the girl who entered the film line, but she never told me anything. So what was happening, I think, is my sister was pulled off from her own life in 1993. Don't know where she disappeared from 93 to 2005. 2005, 2006, it says she got CRISPR'd as Anita without any identity of name or any identity. She became somebody called Anita who worked as a domestic help. Then in 2009, she was taken underground. Finally, with one cut, she was murdered in 2018 February. Rotating these people is somebody in the background. So anyway, let's see if this is what, if in the case of Nikhil Advani's case, there were clones born or created at the time when Nikhil Advani was born himself. Like that, there are clones for everybody. And in many cases, the clones are not very nice. So there are good originals and then bad clones. Plenty of them. It was done as an experiment, a human experiment on purpose, as early as the 70s. The children born in the 70s. It's very sad actually. It's pretty anti-God. Would you like to discuss this about Dilwale the movie and Kali over there? Kali is a man who is Shah Rukh Khan's character as Kali in the movie Dilwale. So in the beginning of the movie, Shah Rukh Khan is seen in the foreign parts of the world, Bulgaria primarily. There's a sweet guy over there of Shah Rukh. He's little fair and small built. Later he moves to Goa in the second half of the movie where he is dark skinned. and he has a lot of hair on his face. Your son is who? The one in Bulgaria? The 5-minute date with Kajol, is that your son? Okay, even if that is not Kajol, but she's playing the role of Kajol Mukherjee, even if she's Anne. Was that girl's real birth name Anne? Was that girl's birth name Kajol Mukherjee? Is she Tanuja's daughter from whom? Who was in Dilwale movie? Is she Tanisha's sister by whom? Okay, so it has been established that Kajol Mukherjee, Tanuja's daughter, who grew up at Carmichael Road, she left her body sometime in the year 2000. Okay, coming back to the topic of your son, he has stood in for Mr. SRK. Specifically, the Dilwale movie is where we can identify him. He is Kali. Your son is Kali, who is seen in the second half of the movie with the beard on his face. Is that your son? Now the point is he the beast? Is he the beast? So your son is tan skin? Your son was responsible for your exiting out of the body? Did he physically make you leave the body? Did he make you leave the body in the form of a man? Was he dressed as a man when you left the body? Was he dressed as a man when you left the body? Did he make you exit out of the body being the man? Was he dressed as a woman when he got you to leave the body? He was not present when you left the body? Was he around when you left the body? When you exited out of the body? Was he dressed as an old man when you left the body? Was he around you as an elderly gentleman? Was he around you as an elderly person? Was he dressed as a man, as an elderly man? Was he dressed as Chandru Mirchandani by any chance? Did he have the identity of my father's very close friend from the 50s and the 60s who went in for a knee replacement surgery many times? So the thing is, it is possible he was replaced. So was he around you dressed as Mr. Chandru Mirchandani? He was around you as Mr. Chandru Mirchandani. Okay, I will continue with the read just to see what else we get. Is Akhil Gupta, my cousin, from birth involved in all of this? You're saying this, has your son shapeshifted for Akhil Gupta in the past too? Your son is friends with the shapeshifter of Akhil Gupta who's from Tamil Nadu? Your son is friends with somebody from Tamil Nadu? A boy or a girl who is from Tamil Nadu? He does these kind of things in partnership with his partner in crime is from Tamil Nadu. Is that what you're trying to say? Have I seen the girl in my sleep? The two dark girls. The girl is from Tamil Nadu. She's a full girl. Has she come to my house on the identity of Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy in 23 and 24? Did she visit my home or pass through my home in the year 2023 and 2024 in rotation? She has come through my home. Has she worn the skin of Sara Gupta ever? When I say worn the skin of Sara Gupta, I mean to say, has she ever shapeshifted for Sara Gupta or Sara Kaur? Has she shapeshifted for Koshi Gupta ever? The girl from Tamil Nadu? Did she shapeshift for Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy in my home? Dead Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy? Your son has shapeshifted for Nikhil Advani in the past? Is your son the boy who pissed in Sumer Sahu's beer glass? Did your son pee in Sumer Sahu's? When we were teenagers and growing up, once there was an incident which I heard about. I don't know if it was in the 90s, that Nikhil had gone and peed in Sumer Sahu's beer glass, and I don't think we were there at that time. That's the time when SRK was staying in Amrit building, and I was told, oh, I say hi to SRK down in the compound, something of that sort, but he wasn't a big star at that time. So we heard it and just let it be. And Nikhil was just visiting, at that time he was visiting Sumer Sahu and his Masi, Monica Sahu, and their daughters and things like that. And we weren't going over there because my dad and he had an altercation. a slight one in those days, and so Nikhil was spending time with his cousins in, in Bandra, and at that time Bandra was like very, very, very far. Did your son piddle or pee in the beer of Sumer Sahu? Did the real Nikhil Advani, Ramesh Advani's son, pee in Sumer Sahu's drink? His beer glass? Okay, I'll see what else I get from the read. It's okay if I go back to the read? The Scrabble pieces? Okay, so I'll just go and see what is in the read and try and see what I get. Let's just see what we get. Tan he is, so I didn't see that, but tan he is, which is he is darker skin. If you look at Dilwale movie very carefully, you will see that he's looking a lot fairer, smaller, and of a different kind in the beginning of the movie where he's in Bulgaria. When the movie moves to the second half of the movie, he is going to Goa. He has moved to India. So over there he has become darker tan skin, and his name is Kali. Now the thing is, he wants to bring in transformation. Now, the unfortunate part about Kali is that in Kali Yuga, Kali जो है वो भी कली ही है. कलियुगा का जो कली है वो भी कली ही है. Are they trying to is my pendulum identifying him as the beast because of his name in Dilwale, and actually means to say he's Kali and has no concoction with actually the anti-god and the antichrist, but the artificial intelligence picked him up and connected the word Kali with the anti-god. So perhaps his dad is trying to, because this is his dad, perhaps his dad is trying to say it's because of the movie that he's being called out to be a beast. But he's not really. I'll ask. We have over here Nick, N-I-K, N-I-K-E-L. No Nixie. N-I-K-E-E Nikki. N-A Nikhil Advani. K-A Kani Advani, Kailash Advani, Koshi Advani. A-G Akil Gupta. K-G Kabir Gupta. K-G Koshi Gupta. NG Nitesh Gupta, Nitesh. NIT, no. Neeta is Mr. Mirchandani's daughter. She can be Neeta, Anita. Aneeta. Anita is who they CRISPR'd Varsha as. Because here you don't have Anita Advani, you don't have Anu, you don't have Varsha Advani, you don't have Rain, you just have Anita. My sister Varsha Advani was CRISPR'd to become Anita with no identity ever since 1993. She was just pulled off. And she was pulled off from Brewery House apparently. She wanted to skip an exam for her Hindi. She was very scared. So to skip an exam or to avoid an exam, she went, apparently, I don't know if it's true, but I'm guessing. And then so she went shape-shifting, and then she got pulled off, never to be found again. And her clone in the sidelines starts living at Forge as well like it's theirs. In fact, better than what I would do. Is there Lata, 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 Agni, 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 Dalit, Dalit, Glee, Glee, Nail, Nail, Nali, Nalee, Lane, Lane, lots of lies involved, Lie. Of course, people are late. Many people have passed away. Late. Lana, Lana, Del, Lana Del, but there's no Ray. There is Die also, Die. Okay, we'll see further. I think I better ask him about the Kali part of it. I want to ask you one thing about Kali. Kali is a character name in the movie of Dilwale of SRK or then SRK Shapeshifters. Your son was shapeshifting for Mr. SRK? If I can ask you the question, Kalee is the screen name character that you are trying to tell me? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you telling me Kali of Kaliyug? Is that what you're trying to say? You know, in Kali Yuga, we have, in Hinduism, we have the anti-god called Kali. Primarily who promotes lots of things opposite to the higher realms, connected more to the lower realms. So are you identifying your son as Kali? When you are identifying your son as Kali, are you doing so out of disdain for your son? No, when you are calling him Kali, is there evidence in the afterlife that he is the anti-god? So it is your viewpoint of his behavior or his thought patterns that he is a follower of the anti-god? Are you saying he tends to take decisions more in line with supporting the anti-god? So in short, he is a supporter of the anti-god. Is he the anti-god himself? Would you know who the actual anti-god himself is, who he supports? Would you know the identity of the anti-god itself, who he supports? The anti-god has shapeshifted for my sister who this man supports. Is the anti-god somebody who this man supports? Your son supports somebody who is the anti-god? Has that person shapeshifted for my sister? Has the anti-god shapeshifted for my sister? The anti-god is a man. The anti-god is a man on earth. The anti-god is a woman who your son subscribes to. The anti-god has shapeshifted for the identity of Mrs. Anita Merchant. Is the anti-god's name mentioned as known in society? Is the anti-god's name mentioned in this read? Is the anti-god's name mentioned in this read? Is the anti-god Kejo, Karan Johar? No, is Karan Johar a supporter of the anti-god? Is Karan Johar himself the anti-god? Is he the beast or the actual anti-god? He's just a supporter of the anti-god? Did the anti-god ever, the actual beast, has he ever crossed paths with me ever during my lifetime? The actual anti-god, has he crossed paths with me ever during my this lifetime? Did he cross paths with me at Ranka Park or during that 5 month of marriage, which was not a proper marriage, from 3rd of March 2002 to the 4th of August 2002? But if we have to stretch it from September 2002, no, September 2001 to about October 2003? Did the anti-god ever cross paths with me? Shapeshifting for Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj? Did the anti-god have any other form in front of me other than Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj? Did he ever shapeshift in front of me as anybody else other than Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj? So is it very important that Dev looks into files or the timeline between September 2001? His mother was saying that he needs to look into files, something, tip into and tap into something from September 2001 to October 2003. And the key being up to perhaps the 2nd of August 2002, he will find the anti-god amongst the shapeshifters of that time for Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj, who was already murdered in 1995. So it is true, I did cross paths with the anti-god. Would it be possible for you to give me his name as known in society? You would be able to give me his name, his actual name as he is known in society? Can I do that based on alphabets? Okay, give me a minute. I want to ask you, in these alphabets, if you can tell me what alphabets I need to take for the name of the actual beast. Not the followers of the beast, but the actual beast. If you can give me his name, can you give me his name as he's known on earth as? The beast he shapeshifts a lot. But when he's not shapeshifting, he has his own identity. Does he ever live with his own identity? Are there people who know him with his own identity? So can you give me his name with his own identity where bunch of people would know who he is? Are there people who recognize the name you will give me even today as to who the person is? So can you give me that name which people recognize him for who he really is when he's not shapeshifting? Can you give me his identity? So can I go with the A, B, C, D, E, F, G? When it is a yes, what will you do? When it is a no, what will you do? So you will go round for a no and you will go straight for a yes. Okay, so I will go one step at a time. Is this a yes? Is B a yes? Is C a yes? Is D a yes? Is E a yes? E is a yes. Is F a yes? Is F a yes? Is E a yes? Is L a yes? Is K a yes? Is K a yes? Should I take the K? Is J a yes? Should I take the letter J? Is I a yes? Should I take the letter I? Can I ask you over here? Should I take the letter K? Should I take the letter E? Should I take the letter I? Should I take the letter A? Should I take the letter B? Should I take the letter C? I should take the letter C. Just 1 minute. Let me write it. Should I take the letter D? Should I take the letter E? Should I take the letter F? Do I need to take the letter F? Should I take the letter Z? Z? Should I take the letter Y? Should I take the letter X? Should I take the letter W? Should I take the letter V? Should I take the letter U? I should take the letter U. Should I take the letter T? Should I take the letter T? Should I take the letter S? So I should take the letter U. I should take the letter T. Okay. I should take the letter M. Should I take the letter M? And should I take the letter N? I should take the letter N. Should I take the letter O? Should I take the letter O? Should I take the letter P? Q? Should I take the letter Q? Should I take the letter R? I should take the letter R. Okay, let me just put my glasses on. So N and R. Just 1 minute. So what I've got over here on the whole, the alphabets that I've got over here, is EK, CNR. So this used to be CNR, RCN, NCR. This used to be Chitro Ramesh Nikhil, the export company to Europe, and UT. Or UTI. Over here there is NIC, 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 UTI, Kenny, KENI, Kenny, K2 and K2. K2 and K2. Cine, Kite, Ritu, Kink, Tune, Turn, Cut, Kick, Kin, Rin, Tuesday, Tire, Nike, Kuti. Kuti is the astrologer in Pune. My dad had gone to for Varsha and me, and afterwards even I went to him. Cut, neck, Kuti, NECK, CUT, ICU, Nut, Rut, Turk, TURK, or Turkey, TURKIE, Turkey, Turk. But what is his name? So actually when I used to go to tuitions, there used to be Kittu who used to be, was there Kittu or was there Bittu? Not Kittu. But there used to be Niku, who used to be Amit Lal's younger brother. Let me ask. In all these alphabets, the actual beast, is he named in these alphabets that I picked up? So I will read it to you. It is the actual beast. The actual beast's name is what I am looking for, how he is known in society. Why are you not giving me the name of the actual beast? How he is known in society? He's a shapeshifter, I understand, but he has a name by birth. He has a name other when he is not shapeshifting. Does he have an identity of his own that he still uses when he doesn't shapeshift? So what is that name? That is what I want. Is it in these letters? Is his name in these letters? The beast's name is mentioned in these letters? EKICNRUT. The beast's name is mentioned over here. But I want the beast's name. Can you give me the beast's name? The name of the beast when he is not shapeshifting, known to people even today when he is with his own identity. Do you have his name? Do you want to give it to me? You will give it when the time is right? The time is not right for giving the beast's name as of now? So you want to withhold it for now? Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'll continue with the Scrabble just to see what it is. Okay, let me see what you want to say. Okay. None of them from the spirit world want to give the beast's name. They always go a little round. They don't want to. I think they just want, I don't know what they want, but it's like a timeline issue for the appropriate time to happen. When the time is appropriate, they will reveal who it is. Tolli. Nag Tolli. ID Nag Tolli. Nag Tolli EQ. Maybe KG is Kabir Gupta. Perhaps Kabir Gupta's ID has been taken by a tall boy called Lee, wearing his EQ and his IQ. tall Lee gain NAAKID or DEQ? Here we also have my father's name with Akhil Gupta and Kani together. We have both Anita and Kani. KG, Anita, all, EQ, IQ, D. Is it all just tagging them at will and fancy and just giving people a bad name? Is it just about tagging people? Cat's name is here too. Is there something you want to say about it over here? You want to say something about it? Is this just tagging people randomly and clustering them together? Through technology, just tagging, fast tagging people and putting them into groups? Is that what you're trying to say? But you know what? This session is about finding out the identity of the beast. If that is possible. Revealing who the actual beast is. Your son is going to live for long in the human body going forward? Does your son have a long life in the human body going forward? Do any of us have a long life in the human body going forward? There is an event to come within 8 years which is going to have us removed from our human body going forward. Is that for the best? Okay, is it okay if I close the session as of now because I'm tired? I want to call it a night. Is it okay if I close the session over here? Okay, thank you very much. I will see in the evening tomorrow in case you wish to say something. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much. So I'm going to close the session over here. I don't know if there is anything else that needs to be said over here. Tanka. My mom had given me a Tanka painting. It's above me. The Tanka painting. There's also Kanta over here. There's a tail also over here. Tina also over here. The name Tina, Nita, Anita, lead, like, Anant? No, Anant. Antalya? Antalya. That is going to do with Mukesh Ambani and Nita Ambani. Natalie. Liana is Nikhil's daughter. Krish and Liana, but Tanya, Tania, Tanya. Teal, Teak, and Lena. Anyway, I'm going to shut this over here for now. Okay.